Welcome to Apex Racing TV and welcome to Road Atlanta, here in the heart of Georgia for the final race meeting in the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup. We've gone from the IMSA Sports Car Series at Road America to the BSR MX-5 at Road Atlanta, and we are here for the final three races where the championship couldn't be more finally poised. Ash Beard, the defending champion, leads Stelin Chapelevsky by just 1 point going into this race meeting with 3 races to decide who is going to be the champion. Can Ash Beard make it 2, or can Stelin Chapelevsky get a title for himself? We're running through the championship standings going into this final race meeting of the season. Ash Beard leads Stelin Chapelevsky, as we've been saying, by 1 point. MHR Foxfoot versus ProSim. What will help Ash Beard is that he's got his teammates helping him out a bit. Brian Holmes is in third, his teammate, 158 points behind Ash Beard. He's still a shout at the title, however it is probably just a mathematical chance. Roy Verke in 4th, leading the AMs. Jamie Ayres 5th, then Lorne Murray in 6th, Adam McNally 7th, then Max Wright, another Ram in 8th, 9th Steve Hefford and 10th Rob Hartley. In the AM Championship it is Roy Verke leading Max Wright by 242 points. And Martin Waltham in 3rd, Peter Van Gool 4th, Kevin Woods 5th, Landermoy in 6th, then Robinson 7th, 8th Adam Delmont, 9th Lee Barmer and 10th Kip Stevens. And in the team standings it's Foxfoot Racing pretty much all got it wrapped up. 1104 points ahead of Automech in 2nd, Youth Energy 3rd, ProSim 4th, Team Momo 5th, BAM Sports 6th, and the MHR EK Sim Equipment in 7th, We Are Grip 8th, Automech Not Kill in 9th, and Super GT Racing in 10th. Well, good evening everybody. Adam Bath here with Sam Kumo, and he's on the cameras as well. Sam, it's the final race meeting, and yeah, it's Beard versus Chapelevsky, and it's very close between those two at the top going into this race meeting. Yeah, the series headed to Zandvoort. The series went to Zandvoort last week. I was off covering the Club 73. Was there much drama taking place there? Well then, qualifying just coming to an end. And we'll have a look at the grid. Rob Hartley on pole position. That will help Ash Beard a little bit, especially if Stelin Chapelevsky tries to get towards the front. Second is Dries Nice, of course a regular in these Mazda MX-5 cars. He races in the Ritmatech Sports Car Series as well, which we were returning Monday night anyway. Third is Brian Holmes. 4th Ash Beard, there he is, the championship leader, the reigning champion of course, with the 1 on the car. Then Stelin Chapelevsky in 5th, the 2 champions starting just 1 position apart, however Ash Beard on the 2nd row, Stelin Chapelevsky on the 3rd row of the grid. Dave Hampson in 6th, 7th Stuart McFadden, 8th Steve Hefford, 9th Christoph Kiard and 10th is Alan Mitchell. Eric Koeman in 11th, 12th Martin Waltham, 13th Cesare Rizzo, 14th Ben Landermore, 15th for Adam Delmont, 16th Kip Stevens, 17th Jamie Ayres, 18th Anwar Smith, 19th Lee Deemer and 20th for Adam McNally, 21st for Max Wright, 22nd Colin Robinson, 23rd Lorne Murray, 24th Peter Van Gool, 25th Jason Greenfield, 26th Kevin Woods, 27th Steve Hansford, 28th Craig Jones, Nick Barry in 29th and Roy Verke rounding out the 30 grid. Nice to see a quite big grid for this final race of the season, Sam.
Yeah, big grid, and now that even the viewers can hear me. So yeah, good big grid, and only 1 point separated between the 2 championship leaders. So this is the showdown that we won.
Yeah, Sam is here.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw earlier as the cars head down to the grid a good IMSA race. Hopefully we get the same here in the BSR MX5, and of course the Club 73 Touring Car Championship starting a little bit later on as well. Right then, cars heading down to the grid, and yeah, it's an MHR Foxfoot front row it looks like. Dries Nice sporting the what looked like a Foxfoot livery on the front of his car. I'm just waiting for someone to get onto the grid. No, that was Ash Beard actually. We're just waiting for the cars on the front row to take their spot. Rob Hartley just taking a little bit of time to get there, and you can see that Stelin Chapelevsky has joined has got on his grid spot as well. Standing start, 3 15-minute races. Have a bit of slipstreaming as well. This Road Atlanta circuit should provide some good racing. You can see there, car 33, Rob Hartley taking his position on the front row of the grid on pole position. I'm just waiting for Dries Nice, Stuart McFadden, Kip Stevens and Craig Jones. Those 4 guys just need to take their spots. Ready to go.
And with a grid this size, we might actually see something else than a full reverse grids this time. Last week, last week we didn't have enough racers to really make the reverse grid wheel have any purpose, so it was just full reverse every time.
Could be the final season of the BSR MX5, so drivers all turning out in force for what could be the final race meeting of the series. Season it's been as well to have the championship so finally poised going into the final race meeting of the season. Here we go then. Race 34. Underway, and it's a good start from our pole sitter Rob Hartley. Dries Nice hasn't really got much to say about that start. What can Brian Holmes do? Maybe he could try and take second place away into the first corner. No, he doesn't. Dries Nice slots into second place. Third is now Ash Beard, so a good start from Beard actually. He goes around the outside, nearly goes off, and that would have been a disaster if he wanted to maintain the championship. Stelian Chapelevsky on fire straight away.
Trouble. Alan Mitchell, he ran wide on there to one.
And
Mitchell
started 10th.
Another Foxwood racing, Lee Deemer, main issues as well.
Lee Deemer, when does he not have issues? Yeah, Mitchell going wide, and yeah, collects Lee Deemer, and that has not gone at all well.
Meanwhile, at the front, Rob Hartley is opening a gap, and that might be Dries Nice with, is that a slowdown or just a slow exit?
Might have been a slowdown penalty. I was looking at the first corner incident when that happened. I'll have a quick look back to see what happened to Dries Nice. He was in second place, of course, started on the front row of the grid. It looks like, yeah, he had a massive moment, Sam, on the exit of the left-hander, and that's what's resulted in him dropping down to 5th position. A good start from Stelian Chapelevsky, then up into 3rd, and he might be trying to take second place away from Ash Beard as we go down the back straight. The first time to see a whole lot of slipstreaming, Sam.
Yeah, and here we go. Rob Hartley has been able to open the gap, so he is not in any danger here. But these guys are going 2 by 2 with Ash Beard and Chapelevsky side by side in this chicane. And Brian Holmes also looking for an opportunity to make a pass on Chapelevsky. And behind him it's Dries Nice, Hampson and Stuart McFadden. It's just battles going on all over the place.
Great battles inside the top 10 indeed as we come around to complete the opening lap of the race. Rob Hartley has a 1.8 second lead. He is off with it at the moment. Stelian Chapelevsky in second place. For how much longer? Ash Beard looks up the inside.
And this is a very difficult braking zone into this tight corner. Oh, and Brian Holmes, where did he go? Just disappeared momentarily. And here we go. Chapelevsky didn't get the greatest runs out there. Ooh, and big issues back behind. Adam Delmont.
Eric Koeman maybe as well. Oh no, Stelian Chapelevsky. He's around, and so's Ash Beard. It's all kicked off here. The 2 championship contenders both off. And who's going to come out on top? It's Stelian Chapelevsky that gets back going ahead of Ash Beard.
Replay on the screen. Let's see what happened here.
Well, it was going into the double right-hander. And intentions were already high.
Little bit of quarter panel there.
And Ash Beard maybe getting what he deserved there afterwards. Got ran into by his own teammate actually, Brian Holmes, going into that right-hander, and Brian Holmes now dropping down the order. What's happened to him? Looks like he's got a bit, the damage is a bit too much for him, and he's now found himself in 8th position.
Yeah, is there damage or is it just a slowdown penalty? No, it is damage, he's spinning in.
Well, that's not what Foxfoot wanted. They wanted as many men as possible to help Ash Beard keep Stelian Chapelevsky as low as possible. Now wheel to wheel between Dave Hampson and Steve Hefford going into the first corner. Hefford trying round the outside, but it looks like it might just work here. The second corner does go right, so Hampson may just be able to hold on. And where's Hefford going? Using a lot of that outside curb, and might even pick up a slowdown for that. I can't tell, but yeah, for now Hampson through into 4th. So.
And here comes Christophe Gillard and Martin Waltham.
Often through straight away
here.
there.
Yeah, Waltham gets a fairly good run here.
Ash Beers lost a lot of positions after that moment, and you can see he's off in the background as he tries to maintain his lead over what is Jamie Ayres. Yes, going into the corner where he had his crash with Stelian Chepelevsky a lap ago. Looking up the inside, Jamie Ayres there, but no way through. I think one thing for Ash Beer to bear into account is that this is race 1 of 3. Not over and done with just yet, but at the moment it is advantage Stelian Chepelevsky.
Yeah, as we saw on the screen, Jamie Ayres didn't quite get the exit he wanted, and Ben Londemore was able to capitalize on that and make a pass.
Here comes Ben Londemore now. He's going to try and get past Jamie Ayres going into the chicane. Ayres not giving up though. They both get past Ash Beard though, that is for sure. And Jamie Ayres get it done as well. Beard back up the inside, yeah.
Beard fights back, and now he's on the inside. And let's see.
Oh no, he's in the pits.
He's pitting. His car doesn't look that badly damaged, but oh, there is significant damage to the back end of his car.
A lot of damage indeed, yeah. I wonder if that might just be a meatball flag. Well, if he stays on the lead lap or stays 1 lap down, that will work in Ash Beard's favour, and then he'll be hoping for a full reverse grid for race 2. We have got a few cars out of the race already, and Jason Greenfield, Lee Demo and Eric Koeman, and a few other cars have been into the pits as well. New car for Ash Beard, that is the rule in the BSR MX-5. You do get a fast repair and he gets going, and in fact he hasn't even dropped down to last position. He's got going in 24th place.
Yeah, I see that there's been a few other drivers who have also taken advantage of the fast repair. That is Brian Holmes, Adam Delmont, Lord Murray and Alan Mitchell. No, actually Adam Mitchell has had a very long pit stop, but I don't know if that is correct.
I've took fuel or tyres by mistake, I don't know, but here we go. This is Stelian Chepelevsky trying to get as many positions as he can. He wants to try and get past Christoph Kiard, who's in 7th or 6th. And what this does also raise is I wonder if Ash Beard might get a penalty for that collision. I hope not, because it hasn't exactly ruined Stelian Chepelevsky's race. There's these two battle between Waltham and Christoph Kiard. Now Cheppy getting a good run on the exit. Could maybe get 6th position by the time we go through the final corner, which we do now. And yeah, indeed he is. So Chepelevsky trying to get as many points as he can. As off goes Christoph Kiard.
Yeah, he's around there.
And that is a tow, I think. Indeed it is. No way he's going to get that round another lap. But he will get a pretty quick tow, Sam, because he's just a few yards away from the pit box.
Well, he is still sitting there, and it doesn't seem like the car is being repaired, so it might not be fast though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he hasn't got back to the pits yet. 24 seconds. But Chepelevsky, as a result of all this, is now up into 6th position. He's only 1 place off where he started now, but he has got a bit of a gap to the next car in front of him, which is Steve Hefford, and he's putting a whole load of pressure on Dave Hampson here. This is a battle for 4th and 5th, and wide goes Hampson. Get a good run here in the MX-5, proving that even at Road Atlanta you can get some good slipstreaming done here. And these two are going to go wheel to wheel, and this should allow Stelian Chepelevsky to close in a little bit, because they're battling with each other.
Yeah, and ahead of Chepelevsky there's that car of Adam Delmont, who's also assisting with the slipstream.
We go. Yeah, there's that Youth Energy car that could help Stelian Chepelevsky over Adam Delmont, who had those issues at the start. So he had that. Oh, and off he goes. So that's 1 less car for Stelian Chepelevsky to get by. That's the gap there.
And now Delmont just has to wait for Adrian to go by.
Yeah, worst possible moment for him to go off there. And Hampson versus Hefford continues into the first corner. Hefford looks like he might just have got the better of him, but once again, Hampson will have the inside line for turn 2. And Hefford, that will be a fantastic move if he can get it done, but it just doesn't work out at the end. Londemore versus Anwar Smith, that's another battle that's going on.
Yeah, also Cesar Rizzo.
Rizzo also in there. Rizzo up the inside.
Oh, a little bit bumping there.
That's a bit naughty. Oh, and that's retaliation right there.
And here comes Rizzo.
Well, Landemore tried his best to pay him back, but in the end that's just...
Yeah, sorry, that was same years in the Momon car.
Yeah, it's just resulted in him losing a position and maybe even losing another one to Peter Van Gool here. Don't worry, Ben, I know how it feels. Rizzo did hit me up behind at Imola in the BSR TC the other day. But yeah, that was a bit of argy-bargy going on at the S's on lap 6 of the race. Just over 5 minutes to go, actually, in fact. So this race has gone by quite quickly here. But at the moment, it's Rob Hartley leading as Peter Van Gool looks to the inside of Ben Landemore down the back straight. Also, Hefford versus Hampson continues, so that's another battle that still rages on. And I think it's Hefford finally getting the better of Dave Hampson. So Hefford up into 4th position now. Hampson demoted to 5th.
Peter Van Gool just makes the pass on Landemore through the chicane. But Landemore is very close through this final corner, as is Kip Stevens.
Stevens in 13th position. The great battle that's going on here as Rizzo looks to the outside of the Youth Energy car of Anwar Smith going for the first corner. There might have been a touch there, hard to tell. But yeah, Rizzo running out wide. This allows Jamie Ayres to go through. Up the inside goes Jamie Ayres, and yeah, there he goes into 9th position now. Eight positions gained for Ayres during the race so far.
And Landemore running wide. Definitely going to get the slowdown for that one.
Oh dear. Well, this part of the track caused issues for Landemore a lap ago. Looks like it might be causing more issues as Kip Stevens closes in on the black and green Mazda MX-5. Kip Stevens, who won the Winter Series of the British Sim Racers Touring Car Championship. They were racing an MX-5s there, as up the inside goes car 4. That is Adam McNally. And he's through. Oh, but Landemore, where's he going? And they all have to bunch up to get ready for a car spinning out of control. And Landemore again losing it on the exit of the right-hander and had to get on the brakes to stop the car spinning around Sam.
Yeah, it looked like he just overheated the tires and then went for it too aggressively again before I think the rear tires pulled down and just almost pulled into the barriers. Oh, and for the 5th place,
yeah,
and Zebleski.
Hampson's got the better of Hefford, and now Hefford's got to worry about Stelian Shepelevsky. Cheppy trying to get a spot inside the top 5 and get back to where he started here. I can tell you that Ashbeard's managed to get up to 22nd position, so he's gained 2 spots since that early pit stop. But Stelian Shepelevsky now trying to get that spot inside the top 5. Once this battle calms down, I'll tell you the maths. I have got the calculator and the points at the ready to try and do my best of telling you what the situation will be like tonight. I don't think we get any bonus points in this series, so it should be pretty straightforward to tell you what the point situation is going into the rest of the race meeting. But Shepelevsky trying to get this 5th position away from Hefford. You can see they take a lot of that outside curb. And Hampson in front has got Stuart McFadden, who is running this meeting. And he's bravely holding on here as Hampson tries to go around the outside. Oh! Yeah,
small contact there.
That's shown up on the Mazda MX-5 of McFadden there. Doesn't help when you've got an all-white car. At least on my screen anyway.
Yeah, on my screen it's completely black, so I don't think he got the paint job in. No, that is his paint job.
There we go. Hefford now all of a sudden right back on form. Going around the outside of McFadden, that's him up to 4th. Could be 3rd by the time he gets to the chicane here. Hefford seems to have a very good straight line speed setup underneath him in this Mazda MX-5. And there he goes, through into 3rd position. So from looking under pressure from Stelian Shepelevsky to now being at the lead of this group, but Hampson fighting back again as we go through the final corner. How long to go? 2 minutes to go, so 2 more laps. Whoa, this is close. I'm going to go 3 wide. Well, Hampson doesn't want to, and he forces McFadden out. But McFadden's going to try again into the first corner. This might not end well. Hefford trying to get the late cut back to get past them all. Shepelevsky's just arrived on the scene. Is he going to get them all done? If he does, that'll be something absolutely fantastic. But no, he just gets past Hefford. Now trying to get past McFadden. Shepelevsky can't afford to take too many risks. He does want to get as many points as he can, but at the moment he's sitting in a good position with Ashbeard down in 21st. Now he wants to get past Hampson as Hefford still continues to get frustrated by Stuart McFadden.
It does look like Zebleski is the fastest driver in this pack, and he had great speed into turn 1 but just had nowhere to go.
That Christophe Kiard is out of the race. He retired from the session. We'll hopefully see him again in race 2, the Frenchman. And now Chepelewski wants a spot on the podium as Hampson runs out wide. That might allow Chepelewski to get ever nearer to Dave Hampson. Just 1 minute to go. This is the penultimate lap of the race. Chepelewski in that Pro Sim liveried car going for the position straight away. You'll have a good setup underneath him. I was using his setup. Many thanks to him for letting me use it during the BSR race meeting on Thursday. Looks like he's got another good one here as McFadden closes in on Hampson. Hampson closing back under braking, doesn't want to run into the back of Chepelewski. McFadden takes a lot of that inside curb and tries to get the cut back on the exit. Steve Heffer just watching, hoping that these two come together and he'll be able to come through and take that 4th position. McFadden up the inside into the final corner. And now we're on to the final lap of the race. That wasn't going to end well, but somehow Stuart McFadden made it. You must have heard the clear in the headphones, Sam, as Hampson comes back up the inside.
Yeah, this is just great to watch. And Heffer is also looking at this group, and these two guys are just... I think he might be thinking that maybe take it a little bit easy here. And then to make the move as they keep stumbling over each other.
Oh, Martin Waltham. Martin Waltham is...
oh, what happened to him?
Martin Waltham is out. Well, he's going to try and get going. It is just one more lap, but big one on the exit of the first corner.
Yeah, just looking at the replay, what happened there.
Looking,
Doesn't seem like there's anyone nearby.
He was a goner from the moment he turned in, it looked like. The car was already stepping out.
Yeah, instantly lost the back end and then tried to save it.
Final lap then. What's been a very entertaining opening race. We'll update you with the points when we finished, but here comes Rob Hartley going through the final chicane now.
Also, Peter Van Gool just spun out of the hairpin.
Oh yeah, just seen that now. He's dropped down to 16th position. Through the final corner then comes Rob Hartley. It may not have been the right MHR Foxfoot car that takes the victory, but it is the pole sitter that does it. Lights the flag for Rob Hartley. Second for Dries Nice. Who's going to get third? It's going to be Stelian Chepelewski. What a result that will be for the man who currently sits second in the championship. 1 point behind Ash Beard going into this event. That will certainly do him the world of good. 4 for Hampson, 5th McFadden, and 6th for Steve Hefford. It's all kicking off in the battle involving Kip Stevens. Kip Stevens now in 9th. Ez is going to come through and take 7th. 8th for Rizzo, and 9th for Kip Stevens with McNally in 10th. And then it's on between Viverke and Colin Robinson. It's going to be Viverke that just takes that 12th position. Oh, look at Ash Beard. How on earth has he found himself in 15th by the end of the race? I do not know. At the start of the last lap, he was in 20th. Must have kicked off between Anwar Smith and Peter Van Gool then, Sam, I think.
Well, Peter Van Gool definitely he spun around. Yeah, where is Anwar Smith?
Yeah, just looking at
Anwar Smith finished way down there.
I've run out of fuel actually. I think he did because he was getting pushed across the line by Peter Van Gool.
I think we had some fuel issues here last time as well.
Oh yeah, more fuel issues for Ben Landemore. He was cruising across the line. He was at the gain those positions. That was Mick Barry. Watch Ash Beard. Has Ash Beard come across the line yet? Oh, he already had by this point. So I thought he was going to come around and take those positions. But yeah, fuel being an issue here. And I wonder if that could be something we might see during the rest of the evening. But yeah, very entertaining opening race. And we'll run you through the finishing order. And then we'll get the calculator out. Rob Hartley takes the win. 2nd for Dries Nice. 3rd for Stelian Chepelewski. That will be, as I get the series info up, 3rd position. That gets you 90 points. So Stelian Chepelewski will be on... he will be on 2,636 points for the Pro Sim driver. I'll just write that down for mental note. Then after that, it is David Hampson in 4th. 5th for Stuart McFadden, 6th Steve Hefford, 7th Jamie Ayres, 8th Cesario Rizzo, 9th Kip Stevens and 10th Adam McNally. 11th for Max Wright, 12th for Viverke after starting in 30th. Great job, drive through the field there from Roy. Colin Robinson in 13th, 14th for Steve Hansford. Then Ash Beard, how crucial could those late positions be? 15th position for Ash Beard. He'll be hoping now for a very small reverse grid. Brian Holmes in 16th, 17th for Kevin Woods, 18th for Mick Barry, 19th Peter Van Gool, and 20th Anwar Smith. Ben Landemore in 21st position. Martin Waltham 22nd, and then the car's 1 lap down or more. Lee Deemer a lap down along with Lorne Murray, Craig Jones, and also Adam Delmont 5 laps down Christoph Kiars, Alan Mitchell 6 laps down. He had a big one on the opening lap. 8 laps down Eric Koeman, who we saw off flying through the air at turn on the exit of the S's, and Jason Greenfield also 10 laps down. Right, Ashbeard finished in 15th position, so that gets him 73 points. That gets added to his 2,547 points, and that puts him on, as I press equals, 2,620. So, believe it or not, that only gives Stelian Shepelevsky a 16-point lead going into the second race of the day. So that is still all to play for, I think, Salmon. I wonder if this reverse grid could help these Ashbeard's championship aspirations.
Yeah, let's just find out and spin the wheel. We are spinning. Let's see if we get another pull this time. It might be... not quite, it is 23.
23 is Lee Diemer. Hopefully he'll be having a good second race. He starts on pole. Martin Waltham second, Ben Landemore third, Anwar Smith fourth, and Peter Van Gool in fifth. Championship contenders. Ashbeard will be starting in 9th for this second race of the day. 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th. And Stelian Shepelevsky will be starting in 21st position. So that is going to be interesting. Can Ashbeard claw back that deficit to Stelian Shepelevsky? Well, you'll have to find out. Join us after the break here on Apex Racing TV for the second race, the final instalment of the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning.
Andy, what a move. Truex on the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's going to be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV and welcome back to the final race meeting of the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup. Race 2 about to get underway here, just under a minute to go for the gridding starts, and according to our calculations the gap is only now 16 points between Stadion Chepelevsky and Ash Beard. Of course, Chepelevsky taking the lead in the points after Ash Beard having a somewhat poor race, opening race of the day. Adam up here with Sam Kumo, and this reverse grid, Sam, it hasn't helped Ash Beard out a lot, but it's definitely given him a fighting chance of getting a top 5 or maybe even a podium here in this second race.
Yeah, it's still definitely completely open for the championship. Yes, Chepelevsky had a much better first race, but Ash Beard should have a better starting position for this second race. And the track is much colder this time, so there might be a little bit more grit this time around. So we might see a little fewer mistakes from the drivers and the cars being easier to drive.
Yeah, which is interesting considering that always off goes Jim McFadden in the warm-up. Race 1 is usually in the morning conditions, race 2 in the afternoon, and then race 3 late afternoon. So yeah, the conditions a bit chillier here as we reach the afternoon. And let's run you through the grid then for race 2. On the pole position is Lee Diemer, 2nd Martin Waltham, 3rd Ben Landemore, 4th Anwar Smith, Peter Van Gool in 5th, 6th Mick Barry, 7th Brian Holmes, 8th Ash Beard, 9th Steve Hansford and 10th Colin Robinson, 11th Roy Ververke, 12th Max Wright, 13th for Adam McNally, 14th Kip Stevens, 15th Cesaro Rizzo, 16th for Jamie Ayres, 17th Steve Hefford, 18th Stuart McFadden, 19th Dave Hampson, and there's our new championship leader Stelian Chepelevsky in 20th. 21st for Dries Nice, 22nd Rob Hartley, 23rd Lorne Murray, 24th Craig Jones, 25th Adam Delmont, 26th Christoph Kiard, 27th Alan Mitchell, and starting at the back in 28th place is Eric Koeman. Wait for a few cars at the front to take their position on the grid. Lee Diemer has done so, just waiting for Ben Landemore now, and just waiting now for Stelian Chepelevsky in fact, and then we can get this show on the road.
And everyone is... No, we're still missing Chepelevsky.
Yeah, so Chepelevsky is going to be starting from the pit lane, it looks like. Well, this just makes things even more interesting in terms of the championship. Ready to go. Away we go for race 2. Good start from Diemer, but what about Martin Waltham? Can he get the lead by the time we get to the first corner? I don't even know if Stelian Chepelevsky is actually taken to the pit lane either, Sam. So
no, he's not on the track at all.
No, so
has he missed? Oh, that was Landemore. Hard
Literally,
impact with the wall.
yeah, that was Landemore. Big crash.
They are pumping again. Jamie Ayres, who's that else? Hansford. But Lee Diemer leads coming out to turn 1. Here through the downhill section. Martin Waltham is very close to him. So he hasn't been able to pull away that much. And who's that in trouble?
That
Steve
is
Hefford.
Steve Hefford, yeah, Steve Hefford dropping down the order. So what's happened to Steve? Well, he's got going. Looks like no damage. I'll have a look at the rear. Yeah, a bit of rear damage actually. So yeah, I wonder what happened to Hefford on that opening lap. One of him on the exit of the S's, but here they go onto the back. Oh, car off in the background. That's Craig Jones. Jones started in 23rd position, around at the exit of the back end of the course. That's him down a few positions now, down to 24th.
Yeah, that might have been something between himself and Coleman.
Him and Eric Koeman. But yeah, into the chicane and for the first time, Diemer not in the lead because Martin Waltham has taken it away. Stelian Chepelevsky has just shown on my screen anyway, received throughput problems there, probably connection issues for the championship leader. And what does this do in terms of the championship? We'll wait and see at the end, but through the final corner we go to complete the opening lap of the race. It's Waltham, then Diemer, then Anwar Smith, who's got a very good run on the exit of the final corner. Could maybe even get second position as we go into turn 1. The Youth Energy car up the inside of car 68, Lee Diemer. Diemer will try and fight back on the exit of the first corner. A good move up the inside, and Anwar Smith through into second.
Yeah, Asbjørn is currently 6th, so I think right now he needs to be careful to not make any risky moves and just get the points and take advantage of Chepelevsky not being able to join this race.
Something's happened to Rizzo and to Lorne Murray. They both had issues at the first corner. Just looking on the replay, well, we've got some synchronised drifting going on here. It was Rizzo and that was Alan Mitchell who started at the back. Oh, and poor Lorne Murray didn't do anything about it. About getting involved there anyway.
Yeah, just innocent bystander there.
Rizzo looks like he might have... No, he's carried on. Stelian Chepelevsky looks like he hasn't decided to come back. So that will be a 0 for Cheppy, and that's really gonna hurt him somewhat, especially if Ash Beard gets a very good result. He's currently in 6th, but here comes the battle for the lead again, going down the back straight. Martin Waltham in the lead, but for how much longer? Looks like the Foxfoot car of Holmes wants the lead now. Up the inside he goes. Brian Holmes returns to the lead, but what can Anwar Smith do? Smith trying to take that second place away. Ash Beard and Peter Van Gool now fighting away with each other. Also there is car 3. That's Roy Ververke up 4 positions. Oh, Van Gool nearly losing it.
Peter Van Gool.
Oh!
Into
the wall.
Anwar Smith, well, he is still on the track, but it almost flew by. He shot the orbit.
Well, Anwar Smith, I don't know what happened there, but that was a big one. Oh. Nicest tap from, is that Lee Diemer? It was.
Yeah, he just got back from behind and that just directed him all the way to the wall.
He was very lucky he didn't bounce across and collect anyone else on his way through, but That's one way of helping your teammate get some positions. And Anwar Smith into the pits, and that does elevate Ash Beard up into the top 5. Dima now trying to get past Martin Waltham as we go into turn the right-hander. Now onto the back straight again. Tell you what, Brian Holmes has now got a 1.2 second lead. Oxford did win the opening race. They could be about to do so here in race 2. There's still 10 minutes to go, but Brian Holmes doing everything he needs to do to get a win around here. Peter Van Goor should be able to pick up a decent slipstream down the back straight. There's a gap between them, about 0.6 of a second. That will come down, no doubt, as Ash Beard also tries to get past Peter Van Goor.
And we might see some moves here for second place.
Yeah, we go into the chicane. Dima having a little look, no way through. See that Peter Van Goor has definitely got a lot closer since that back straight where he could use a slipstream to his advantage. Through the final corner they go then. The top 5 separated by 2.2 seconds, and second to 5th separated by just 9/10 as Beard looks up the inside of Peter Van Goor, no way through there, but Hampson and McNally, they're having a good battle it looks like as they go into the first corner.
Yeah, I've been following this battle for the 9th place on my time screens, and it's just been drivers jumping up and down. So there's definitely been something going on here.
Yeah, Hampson trying to hold the inside. He was doing that for quite a lot of the opening race as Youth Energy, Adam McNally tries to get through the S's. Kip Stevens probably doing the best thing in staying behind, just in case anything happens. So yeah, that was very close there in the battle for 10th and 11th. Oh, battle for second continues. That is Martin Waltham trying to hold back Peter Van Goor. So Lee Dima's definitely got the better of him, but as Peter Van Goor got by as well, will fire now. He's going to try and go around the outside. Ash Beard trying to hang back a bit, but he can't because he's got Ververke and Max Wright, both AMs, both fighting for the AM Championship, in fact, right behind him.
And it looks like Peter Van Goor has gotten the overlap here and takes the 3rd place from Martin Waltham. And Ash Beard is not far away either. Only 1/10 behind Waltham, and he is making moves here.
The chicane they go. Waltham will surely be late on the brakes in his pursuits to try and get back past Van Goor. Van Goor sliding his way through the final chicane. If Waltham can get a good cut back, he has. Can he get alongside? Yes, he can. And he squeezes through in for 3rd position. Ash Beard, though, is going to get a fantastic run through the final corner, nearly loses it there. Don't want to do that, otherwise he'll be heading straight for the wall. Beard up the inside of Peter Van Goor then into the first corner. An Island driver versus the Benelux driver. Van Goor holds on and stays in his 4th position. Ash Beard at the moment in 5th as Dries Nice gets past Roy Ververke. Ververke quite happy to do that, of course, because he just wants to make sure that he can conserve his AM Championship lead.
Yeah, very close for this second half of the top 10 here. And you can see that Ash Beard is not taking any kind of chances. And Peter Van Goor is taking chances and running a little bit wide there on the exit. But doesn't seem to be under pressure from anyone right now. And behind him, that is a big back for 11th place.
Yeah. That is Kip Stevens and his teammate, car 15. That is Kip Stevens. His teammate is
that is Mick Barry in the 675 car.
Yeah, oh my goodness, we were 4 wide. Yeah, Rob Hartley in the background, the race 1 winner. We were 4 wide briefly, and somehow that didn't end up in disaster at all. But yeah, Kip Stevens, his teammate Mick Barry, all sorts of stuff going on there. And there's a Youth Energy car involved, that's Adam Delmont. Steve Hefford also in the mix.
Yeah, I think I saw Steve Hefford making an overtake on the grass.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, just on the beginning of the back straight. Yeah, getting past all those guys. Hefford now in what is 11th position. Ash Beard has got past Peter Van Goor now, and he's trying to take 3rd position as well. Stanion Chapelevsky in the opening race did get 3rd position. Now Ash Beard wanting to do the same. Up to the top of the hill. Chapelevsky must not be enjoying watching this if he is. The gap getting eroded away, and he'll be hoping that Martin Waltham can hold Ash Beard back as long as he can. We have got 6 minutes to go here, so just over half the race still to go. Just under, I should say. as Martin Waltham doesn't get the best run on the exit of the S's. Rob Hartley has just come into the pits for a new car, but Ash Beard, he doesn't need a new car. He's on his way to a third position if he can get past Martin Waltham. Did collide here with Stelian Chapelewski in this part of the circuit in race 1. And Ash Beard now going around the outside of the exit of the double right-handers, and Ash Beard is through into third position, so that will give him 90 points, the same as Stelian Chapelewski got in race 1. But Martin Waltham not giving up.
Back.
They go side by side with Ash Beard. And Dries Nice might try and make it 3 wide, but surely he knows better than that. We go into the chicane. Beard late on the brakes. Waltham trying around the outside. Is he going to lunge back up the inside? No, contact's made though. Dries Nice is hit by Dave Hampson. Dries Nice gets forced out wide and is dropping down the order.
Yeah, Dries Nice 16th, currently now 18th. He's dropping all the way down.
Yeah, it's going to have to get similar to what happened in race 1 with Anwar Smith. I think he has to wait for the whole field to get by. And yeah, Dries Nice, who was fighting for a possible podium position, he's towed back to the pits as well, so it must have broken something at the rear. Not what Dries Nice will have wanted at all. And he's exited the session as well, so hopefully we see him in race 3, but if we do, he's going to be starting right at the back. Well then, Advantage MHR Foxfoot is looking set to be a 1-2-3 for them, as off goes Lee Deemer into the wall, and that is second position for Ash Beard.
That was a fast commentator's
yeah, it was.
There.
Right on cue, Lee Deemer, and I hadn't said at this point that it looked like he was going to be on for a good race, because he was, and yeah, that is him towed back to the pits, and he's not going to be happy with that at all, but it does mean that Ash Beard is now into second position, and that second place, if he stays there, will get him 95 points. Stelian Chapelewski has joined the session.
He has joined the session, and I mean he has to, because if there's any more retirements, he might be able to just get a few more points, and as we saw coming in here, even 1 point will make a difference.
He's already 5 laps down though, so I don't know if he'll get any points, but
yeah, that's actually true.
so interesting to see what the organisers say about that. I wonder if he might even protest the collision between himself and Ash Beard, which could happen, and that could cause a whole load more controversy after the end of the season. But as the moment, as it stands, Ash Beard is in second position. That will get him 95 points. Stelian Chapelewski will get absolutely nothing in this second race. But looks like the connection issues might have finally subsided for Chapelewski, and that's why he's got back out on track. So we're hoping for a better race 3. But with 3 minutes to go, Ash Beard currently in second position. Third is Martin Waltham. Fourth is Peter Van Gaal as he goes all sorts of off on the exit of the S's. And fifth is Roy Verke. Sixth is Dave Hampson. Seventh, Adam McNally. Eighth is Max Wright. Ninth, Steve Hefford. And 10th is Adam Delmont, as Mick Barry has had a moment. He has dropped a few positions, just trying to see what happened. Oh, he had a spin on the exit of the S's. That's happened to Mick Barry. He's now dropped down to 16th position after starting in 6th.
Yeah, he's lucky that he wasn't in the mid back there. He stopped
Gone.
right and he's going off again. Really struggling with the car right now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Right then, 2 minutes to go. Where's Brian Holmes? He's just going through the final chicane now, so we should get 2 more laps of racing in here in race 2 of the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup. Battle between Adam Delmont and Steve Hefford going into the final chicane. Who's that in the mix? That's Christoph Kiard, who had a big crash in race 1. Also there's Kip Stevens and Colin Robinson. So good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 car scrap going on here as we go through the final corner. This is over 9th on back. Hefford getting a good run here. This could be 9th position for the Momo Racing driver, car 72. Up the inside he goes, and Steve Hefford past the Youth Energy car and into 9th. But Delmont's going to fight back here. It'll be close. Hefford round the outside, and oh, where's he going? That might just be a slowdown penalty. It depends. Yeah, I think it might be. I don't know, but there's all sorts of out of shape there.
Yeah, we'll see. Usually the drivers will slow down on this following straight if they get the penalty.
Makes sense. the drivers don't want to hamper anyone else. Hefford might
He
just
is
be
moving
lifting...
over, so it might be... At least he's not defending the inside line at all.
Yeah, might just be lifting a little bit. But he loses that position to Adam Delmont, so Delmont back through into 9th. Might bunch things up again, and it does. Here comes Christophe Kiard, the Frenchman. Didn't have the best of race ones. Oh, had an awful race one, he had a crash, but he's doing well here in race 2, and we're going to try and go 3 wides. Delmont decides to cut back in behind Hefford, and this might not go at all well for Kiard here, because other cars behind him will be starting to pick up the slipstream. As here we go, 3 wide. 3 abreast here, and Kiard could lose out because here comes Kip Stevens up the inside. Delmont moves across, that's brave. Must have known he was clear, otherwise we could have had an almighty shunt on our hands. But yeah, Delmont remains in that 9th position. 10th is Hefford, coming around to start the final lap of the race.
Very late braking from Delmont. And also small bumping there from Kip Stevens.
Oh, Martin Waltham. Martin Waltham dropping down the order. I don't know what happened to him at the first corner, but yeah, he was just ahead of Peter Van Gool, but now he's down in 5th. Looks like he got forced out wide, yeah, when Van Gool was there, and yeah, that's resulted in him dropping to 5th position. Last lap then. Brian Holmes leads. Peter Van Gool holding off Dave Hampson, so that looks like a scrap that could go right to the checkered flag here. Also, Adam McNally trying to get past Roy Ververke, going through the back end of the circuit. Oh no, Christophe Kiard. The Frenchman is off, and just when I said he was having a good race too, things have taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah, looks like it's the same corner, yes, just getting loose on the exit curb.
Thankfully not a hard hit with the wall, so he should get going and should finish in about 15th position if he can keep it going. Meanwhile, Hampson has got past Van Gool, but Van Gool's fighting back, but we're going to have to quickly turn our attention to the race leader, because he's just coming through the final few corners now. It's a fantastic day for Foxfoot. A win in race 1 with Rob Hartley, and a win in race 2 for Brian Holmes. He takes a checkered flag and a win in race 2, but more importantly, 2nd place for Ash Beard. Who's going to get 3rd? It's going to be Dave Hampson ahead of Peter Van Gool in 4th, and then 5th for Waltham, 6th McNally, 7th for Verke, and then running out the top 10, 8th for Wright. Who's going to get 9th is Hefford, but who's going to get 10th? It's Stevens versus Delmont, and it was Delmont at the line by just a few hundredths. Rest of the field.
Do we have any other battles going on? Maybe here for the... is it 21st?
Yeah, Ayres and...
Lord Murray and McFadden, I believe.
Landamore's a few laps down, in fact, yeah, so I thought that was a battle, but yeah. Yeah, Landamore 26th.
And if my timings are correct, the last car on the lead lap is Anwar Smith.
Yes, indeed, because Stelian Shepardowski is the car behind, and he is 6 laps down. So it'll be a 0 for Stelian, which makes it easy for me when doing the maths, because he stays on exactly the same points as he was for race 1. But for Ash Beard, he will get 95 points for that 2nd position. And I'll do the maths now. 2,620 plus 95 gives you 2,715. And doing a quick subtraction, that means that going into the final race of the season, Ashbeard has a 79-point lead, which basically means, I think, Sam, that Stelian Shepardowski is going to have to hope for a crash with for Ashbeard, which would result in a 0 for him.
Yeah, and considering that Ashbeard will be starting all the way down the field, that is still a possibility.
But Stelian Shepardowski is going to be starting in last as well, so... Oh, this is going to... Yeah, 79 points. That means that if Ashbeard gets a 0, then Stelian Shepardowski will have to finish in 8th place or higher, basically. So that is the state of play as we go into the final race meeting, and connection issues rear their ugly head again in the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup. Let's run you through the finishing order then from race 2. Brian Holmes takes the win, 2nd for Ashbeard. How crucial could that be in terms of the championship? as the donuts seem to be taking place in the pit lane. Third for Hampson, fourth for Van Gaal, fifth for Martin Waltham, sixth for Adam McNally, seventh for Roy Verke, eighth for Max Wright, ninth for Steve Hefford, and 10th for Adam Delmont, 11th for Kip Stevens, 12th for Colin Robinson, 13th for Eric Koeman, 14th for Alan Mitchell, 15th for Christoph Kiard, 16th for Mick Barry, 17th for Craig Jones, 18th for Rob Hartley, 19th for Cesario Rizzo, and 20th for Jamie Ayres, 21st for Lorne Murray, 22nd for Jim McFadden, 23rd for Anwar Smith, and then 24th for Lee Deemer, and then one lap down Steve Hansford in 25th, 26th for Ben Landemore. So if we do get a full, it will be him on pole, and maybe for Stelian Chepelevsky that's the best possible scenario. Dries Nice 5 laps down in 27th, we saw his crash, and Stelian Chepelevsky 28th, 6 laps down, 0 points for Chepelevsky, and it basically means he's going to get 8th place or better and hope for a 0 for Ash Beard. So Sam, yeah, final reverse grid of the season, who's going to be on pole?
Let's spin it and find out. It's going to be another large one, and it's going to be full. It is full.
Well, there you go. But yeah, on pole position is going to be Ben Landemore. Started third for race 2. He's going to be back at the front. Hopefully he'll last a bit longer than he did in race 2. Barely lasted a corner. Steve Hansford will be second, Lee Deemer third, Anwar Smith in fourth, and Ash Beard will be starting in 25th position, with Stelian Chepelevsky starting 2 positions behind him. So the championship contenders, they've got their work cut out here, especially Stelian Chepelevsky. He's got to hope for Ash Beard to get basically a nothing, and himself to get a high finish. So yeah, could happen in the BSR MX5, you never know. You don't want to miss it because it's coming up next here on Apex Racing TV, the final race of the season in the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5 Cup.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning.
the outside, contact made. 56 slides in at a 4. Who's gonna be at the stripe? Dead even, give it to Ryan Truex. Truex is your winner over Tandy.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
From far away they came to us with knowledge. They changed our world and left us without warning. They will return the day when they are needed. Our gaze is shifted upwards to the sky.
Welcome back to Road Atlanta for the final race of the season in the British Sim Racers Mazda MX-5. Not as close as we were expecting, to be fair, in terms of the championship. However, it's still all to play for, and Sam, it looks like that Stalin Chapelevsky is going to have to hope for some pretty crazy things to happen if he wants to deny Ashbeard a second championship.
Yeah, we were just taking a look at the points and thinking what kind of possibilities does Chapelevsky have, and it really looks like Ashbeard needs to have a major streak of bad luck in this one, because the lead Ashbeard has, it was it 78, 79?
Yes, 79 points, yeah.
Yeah, and you get even if Ashbeard finishes last, which is then 26th, he still gets 62 points. So he would have to finish multiple laps down and be getting 0 points, and Sebleski would have to finish 8th at least.
Yeah, if Ashbeard has a crash and finishes 1 lap down, he will still be classed as a points finisher. Finish 2 laps down, and that will be a 0. And Stadion Chapelevsky will need to finish in 8th position or higher to make him the British Sim Racers British Sim Racers Master MX5 Cup champion. Right then, down to the grid with just seconds to go. Landemore on the pole, Hansford second, Dima third, Anwar Smith fourth, Stuart McFadden in fifth. That is the top 5 as we are set for the final race of the season, race 36. Runs away. Good start from Landemore, and it looks like a good start from Lee Dima, who's finally back near the front. Can he try and take the position into the first corner? Can he have a good race? McFadden trying to get in the mix there as well. He's always quick in anything really as we go through the first corner. McFadden through into third, Hansford down to fourth. Could be opening the floodgates here in terms of Hansford losing more positions. Oh, he turns across. That might not go well. He spins, collects the Momo car, cars scatter in all directions. He takes off one of the Foxfoot cars. That's not Ashbeard. Cesaro Rizzo's got terminal damage.
And
he's
they're
done.
still spinning.
They're still spinning. Ashbeard, I can tell you, has got through it. Bounce anyway. Stadion Chapelevsky's off, but he's got back going again.
Chapelevsky has not survived that.
Oh dear, another car gets turned off. That's one of the Automech cars.
That's Max Wright.
That's Max Wright. Chapelevsky doesn't look like he's got any damage, but a whole load of incidents there in the midfield, and Ashbeard, fortunately for him...
And I can hear even more. That is Mick Barry, and he's just on the racing line.
Oh dear, there's Mick Barry's got back off though, thank goodness. Here comes everyone else around. Ashbeard trying his best to steer clear of it all. Stadion Chapelevsky following him round. Yeah, but while we're focusing on what's going on outside the top
and
20...
I still hear something happening, that is Rizzo.
Sorry, Rizzo, well, the car was already heavily damaged. I'm surprised he hasn't towed it. He's really struggling to make it back there. Same for his teammate, Jamie Ayres, who got turned around on the exit of turn 2. But yeah, here come the leaders around to complete the opening lap. It's Ben Landemore leading, Dima in second. They've made quite a gap ahead of Anwar Smith in third position because everyone else had to negotiate that chaos that was occurring in the S's on the opening lap. So.
Yeah, and this is interesting. The championship leaders, Ashbeard and Chapelevsky, they are right behind each other. Ashbeard 13th and Chapelevsky 14th.
Well then, yeah, they are now... Well, Stadion Chapelevsky, if Ashbeard was to get a 0, is only a few positions away from the target. But unfortunately for him, Ashbeard is looking pretty stable at the moment after the opening lap. Ben Landemore versus Ben Landemore continues to lead. For a second I thought the lead had changed, but yeah, they might have had a moment there because Anwar Smith is right back with these guys fighting at the front. Then it's Christoph Kiard, who's had a good start, 7 positions gained for him. The same for Eric Koeman, he's up 8 positions. Then McFadden is in there, who lost out big time as Kiard goes up the inside of Murray into the right-hander. That is 4th for Kiard.
Problems for Adam Delmont.
Oh yeah.
And I bet that is getting loose on the exit, onto the curb.
A common mistake for everyone today. Let's have a look back. The Youth Energy car turns in. It's a bit of the entry curb. That outside curb though is what does it.
Yes.
And into the wall he goes. Has the damage affected the suspension at all? Doesn't look like it. Looks more like front end damage, but he's now got going in 18th position, so not the start that Adam Delmont wanted. He had got up to 9th after that crash on the opening lap. Anwar Smith is getting past Lee Dima, though. In fact, where is Lee Dima? Please don't tell me he's had another terrible race. Yeah, he has. He hasn't had a terrible race. He's just spun on the exit of the chicane, and he's gone from 2nd down to 7th.
But fortunately it looks like he has no damage to his car and is able to continue at 7th place.
Well, what this means then is that Ashbeard and Chapelevsky, they haven't gained any positions out of this actually because there's such a big gap to them. Lee Dima's got going now in 7th, but here comes that pack that involves Ashbeard and Stadion Chapelevsky. Brian Holmes has just got past McNally, and now Rob Hartley's just got past McNally. Those two are the winners that we've had today. Hartley, the race 1 winner, as Stadion Chapelevsky gets past Ashbeard. Just noticed that in the background. Yeah, Hartley, the race 1 winner. Brian Holmes, the race 2 winner. Chapelevsky through into 12th position. Ashbeard with everything to lose. Stadion Chapelevsky with nothing to lose.
Yeah, it makes no sense for Ashbeard to keep fighting hard with Chapelevsky because all he needs to do is just finish the race.
Oh, the two Foxtrot cars battling there. That's Dima getting passed by Holmes into the corner going onto the straight. Adam Delmont and Dave Hampson. What's happened to those two? They were together, I think. They've both
And now
towed
they're
to the
together
pits.
in the pits.
Yeah, they both towed to the pits to go. I'm just trying to find Adam Delmont actually. They were on separate. They've crashed at exactly the same time. That's what's happened, but on different parts of the circuit. That's what's transpired there. Delmont done exactly what he did the previous lap, which I'm sure will annoy him as he sat in the pits. And Hampson, he was off at the S's. So yeah, that's what happened between those two.
Oh, and what happened to Lee Deemer?
Oh, Dima again. And this time there's no coming back from that. That is the same corner he went off as well.
Yeah,
Except
but
this time it's not his fault. Quarter panel. Oh, and into the bridge he goes. That one a bit. Yeah, that was the Youth Energy car. I'm guessing McNally.
Yeah, he really got aimed towards the hardest bit of that grid.
And that MX5 will probably take till next season to repair. After that one, Eric Koeman versus Murray.
Koeman.
Oh no, Murray.
Eric Koeman versus the wall.
Murray
and
and
Murray.
yeah, Murray into the wall. Koeman. Oh well. Yeah. Koeman looks like he's got damage. This is allowed.
I see smoke, that might be McNally.
Yeah, McNally as well. Is that corner again? But this time it's for McNally, not Delmont. Eric Koeman's towed back to the pits, by the way. So obviously, Youth Energy haven't been practicing that corner. It seems. Thankfully for Adam McNally, looks like he hasn't got any damage from that spin at that corner. But Eric Koeman looks like he has had to tow back to the pits, and I think the other one will be going the same way as well. What this means, though, Stanley Chapelewski's now in 7th position. He's doing what he needs to do at the moment. Next up for him are the two MHR Foxtrot cars. That's Rob Hartley and Brian Holmes, who are having their own individuals battle. Chapelewski gets past these two, he'll be in 6th position.
Yeah, very close to Hartley here. Takes the outside line into the final corner. Maybe looking forward to getting a good run here.
There he goes.
Could possibly squeeze into the inside line here.
Brian Holmes having a little bit of a blinking moment there. In fact, he's disappeared. I don't know where he is.
Yeah, we saw him do that in the first race as well.
Hopefully he comes back. There he is. And a little bit of time on Stanley Chapelewski as well, for that matter. Cheppy through into 6th place now. 20 positions gained. As long as Ashbeard finishes in 8th, it's not going to be enough.
We also have a battle for the lead between Landemore and Smith.
Amwell Smith and Landemore. Up the inside goes Smith. Smith a D licence, in fact. Oh, take that, Ben Landemore. Now we saw what happened when Rizzo did that to Ben Landemore in the S's earlier on, and Landemore didn't take too kindly to it. Wonder if he might repay the favour of it. To be fair, he hasn't given him too much damage, which is what Rizzo did in race 1. You can see them moving about, trying to get the slipstream here. Landemore with, interestingly, Amwell Smith's got the lesser licence, but Smith has got the higher I rating, even though he is a D licence.
And
oh
here
dear.
they go. And I don't think Smith can slow it down.
Here come the toys out of the pram. And, well, thankfully it doesn't get to that, but yeah, a bit of retaliation. Nothing we didn't expect there, Sam.
Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of room given here. And
Yeah,
Landemore is very close here and going for it.
Here they go. Up the inside goes Landemore, trying to take the lead back from Amwell Smith. Goes in very deep into the first corner, but has the speed and has the position, so he takes the lead back. How far is Christoph Kiard off these guys? 2.5 seconds. I wonder if that gap could get quickly shrunk if these two start continuing their battle. What's Chapelewski doing? Is he any closer to Brian Holmes? He's getting there, but at the moment there's not really much point, because Ashbeard has got a nice healthy gap to Rob Hartley, who's in front of him, and then to Peter Van Gool, who is behind him. In fact, if Stanley Chapelewski was to in some crazy scenario win the race, Ashbeard would have to finish in it's not even worth telling you, 55th or something, and there's not enough cars on the track, so even a win for Chapelewski would be nothing. And I think we've got to the stage of the race where almost a crash for Ashbeard would still give him a classified finish. So I think starting to slip away a bit for Stanislav Chepelevsky, considering he was 1 point behind going into the race meeting and was leading after race 1. That connection problem for race 2 really has hampered him here, but he's not giving up. Going to try and get past Brian Holmes here as we go into the final chicane.
Yeah, that's a really uncomfortable position for Chepelevsky because Brian has been having connection issues, and it's very unnerving when the driver in front of you keeps disappearing, so you don't know where he is, and he might just suddenly surprise you and lead to an accident.
Holmes looking back up the inside as we go through the final corner. Cheppy will surely get it done though. He's got the outside, he's got the speed on the exit. But Brian Holmes could throw it back up the inside into the first corner here. Chepelevsky drops back and slots into that gap. In 6th position. Look at the speed they carry over that first corner. There goes Ash Beard, he's off. Doesn't want to spin it. Gets back on. A little bit of a worry there for the championship leader. Carries on in the same position as he was.
Yeah, he still has the fast repair safe, so he should be pretty safe for this race.
Chepelevsky going very wide on the exit, using up all of that extra bit of runoff area in his pursuits to try and get past Brian Holmes. Both these two have had fantastic races, by the way. 20 positions gained for both of these two. Brian Holmes
also
started.
some problems for Mick Barry.
Mick Barry, when does he not have issues? 13th position, was that at the S's? Looks like it.
Yeah, entry into the SS.
I was having a battle with the Youth Energy car of, I presume, Adam McNally at the time. Yeah, he was. McNally carries on in 13th, Barry down to 14th. Shows the gap that we've got between the various cars after that enormous crash at the start. Battle for the lead continues. Anwar Smith through. And he can see Christoph Kiars, he was 2.5 seconds behind a moment ago, but he's now right with them. We've got a 3-car scrap for the lead with 3.5 minutes to go. So this, my maths says that we've got maybe 2 laps left. Yeah, 2 laps left, maybe 3. It'll be interesting to see that. But yeah, over the line we go. Into the first corner. Landemore trying to get the lead back. Smith holding on. Christoph
And
Kiars.
also this battle between Brian Holmes and Chepelevsky continues.
Oh yeah.
Chepelevsky was able to gain the position into the chicane, but in turn 1 Brian Holmes got ahead, but then Chepelevsky was able to get a cutback.
Chepelevsky now up into 5th position, and that might be where his progress gets halted here, because the next car in front is Stuart McFadden, and the gap between those guys is about 3.5 seconds. So Chepelevsky, 5th position, might be where his progress ends, but this battle for the lead is kicking off big time here. Contacts between Smith and Landemore. Christoph Kiars might get both of them here into the right-hander. Here comes Stuart McFadden as well. Oh dear, this has all gone horribly wrong. McFadden takes the lead.
McFadden just says thank you and takes the lead. That is a 1.7 second gap over Christoph Kiars.
Well, when it looked like Christoph Kiars was going to be the one that took the lead. Oh dear, it's all kicking off here. That's Chepelevsky trying to get past Landemore. Already fired up Ben Landemore. He doesn't want to take himself out of the race. Chepelevsky through into now 3rd position. What was I saying half a lap ago? 5th was going to be where he was going to end up. Now going to go for 2nd here. That's Christoph Kiars. Oh, that's contacts.
Yeah, Landemore running in the back of, who was that? Was it might have been Kiars.
Might have been, yeah. Kiars getting passed by Ash Beard now, so Beard into 6th position. Chepelevsky's now only 2.5 seconds off the lead with 2 laps to go. So, Chepelevsky getting passed by Holmes again up the inside into the first corner. Chepelevsky wanting to sign out this season. If it can't be the championship, it might as well be a win. But he's going to hurry up because Jim McFadden is quite a quick driver. And Chepelevsky now into 2nd position, can now set his sights after the Scotsman in front.
It looks like Brian Holmes' car is much faster on the straights because he's consistently able to pull alongside into the turn 1.
Ash Beard has got quite a few cars behind him, however it looks like he's probably got the better of them. Christoph Kiars is behind him. Van Gool and Anwar Smith having their own battle, so that should take the attention off the MHR Foxfoot car for now. But yeah, coming down to this, Ash Beard goes very wide on the exit of the hairpin. Very lucky not to spin it, that could always happen. When you get onto the grass and these Mazda MX-5 cars, and allows Christoph Kiars to draw in a little bit. Chapelevsky closed the gap down a good 6 or 7 tenths on this last lap. They close it down anymore in the final sector. The gap 1.2 seconds. And if Chapelevsky can get just a little bit close on the final laps, then we might be able to use that chicane as the final overtaking spot, because he'll pick up a bit of a decent toe on that final lap if he gets the gap down under half a second.
Yeah, he probably realized that the championship is looking very... chance of championship is looking very slim right now, but I mean, you just have to finish the season with the win at least. And he's definitely going for it.
I think it actually is over now, because if Ashbeard crashes on this final lap, he'll be credited as 1 lap down, and that's still a classified finish. So looks like Ashbeard is the champion. Of course, we'll wait for it to be confirmed when they cross the line. But it looks like Ashbeard is going to become the 2-time BSR Mazda MX-5 champion. He won last season. Looks like he's going to win it this season. But Stedin Chapelevsky, can he sign out with a win here? Was 1 point behind going into the first race meeting of the first race of the season, first race of the day, I should say. Get my words out right. Took the lead as well. Christoph Kiar's crashed, I think, and that is the end of him. So I don't know what happened to the Frenchman, but this battle for the lead really heating up. The top 4 separated by 8 tenths as we go on to the back straight for the final time. Ashbeard getting passed by Peter van Gool in the background, so Beard getting demoted to 7th position, but it doesn't really matter. He'd let Anwar Smith through and still win the title, but here they come for the race win. Brian Holmes looks like he's going to get past Chapelevsky. Chapelevsky going to try and make it 3 wide here. This might not end well. Here comes Rob Hartley up through the middle. They're both mugging off Stuart McFadden. Where on earth is Rob Hartley going? He might take out Chapelevsky here if he's not too careful. Chapelevsky up the inside into the final chicane. Holmes back up the inside. Now it's going to be a straight out fight to the line as we go under the bridge and plunge down the hill into the final corner. Holmes has got the inside line covered, and it looks like that Brian Holmes is going to make it 2 out of 3 here as we go for the final corner. Checker flag at the ready, and the final race of the season goes to Brian Holmes with Chapelevsky 2nd, 3rd Rob Hartley, and 4th with Stuart McFadden. Ashbeard takes 5th and is the BSR Mazda MX-5 champion for season 2. 6th for Van Gool, 7th for Landemore, 8th Anwar Smith, 9th for Verkane, 10th will be Steve Hefford. What a final race, Sam.
Yeah, great race, great finish there, and also a great season overall. Good job Ashbeard for winning the championship, and also what a fight by Chapelevsky all the way to the final race.
Chapelevsky definitely gave him a run for his money, but unfortunately for him, he just came up short at the end. Mick Barry, Chapelevsky's teammate, just come through the final corner now to take what will be 12th place. Colin Robinson will take 13th. Quite a big spread of the field here in the final race. Craig Jones going to come through and take 14th place. Then Lorne Murray will take 15th place. He's one of the drivers that has made a pit stop during the race. The first of them, in fact, got a new car, fast repair. And then he's going to come through and take that 15th position. Jamie Ayres still going along with Alan Mitchell. And then after that, all the cars have either crossed the line already or retired during the race. Murray, there he goes, 15th for him, 16th for Jamie Ayres, 17th for 16th for Lorne Murray, 17th for Jamie Ayres. For some reason, Christoph Kiar's just put himself up to 15th on my timing screens there. I'm just going to see quickly what happened to Christoph Kiar, the Frenchman, because I didn't have a chance to see it earlier on. I was going through the S's on the final lap of the race, lost it on entry, and there was no saving that. And the Frenchman having a bad end to the season. But let's run you through the finishing order then. The final race of the season in the BSR Mazda MX-5 Cup. Brian Holmes takes the win and stops Stedin Chapelevsky from rounding out the season with a win. And that's wins in race 2 and race 3 for Brian Holmes. Second for Stedin Chapelevsky, conceding the title. Rob Hartley in 3rd, 4th Stuart McFadden. Then is Ashbeard, 2-time BSR Mazda MX-5 champion in 5th. Unofficially. 6th for Peter van Gool, 7th Ben Landemore, 8th Anwar Smith, 9th Roy for Verkay, and 10th for Steve Hefford, 11th for Steve Hansford, 12th Mick Barry, 13th for Colin Robinson, 14th for Craig Jones, and that is it in terms of the cars that didn't make pit stops during the race. 15th for Christoph Kiar. For some reason he's ended up being promoted to there, considering the fact that everyone else behind him finished ahead of him, if that makes sense. Because Christoph Kiar crashed halfway around the final lap, but Lorne Murray, Jamie Ayres, and Alan Mitchell crossed the line on the final lap, and they weren't laps down either. To be fair, So, yeah, a bit of an issue there with the iRacing timing. Law Murray 16th, 17th Jamie Ayres, 18th Alan Mitchell, 19th Max Wright, 1 lap down. And in the cars that didn't score any points, Chapelowski would have been hoping that Ash Beard was in this list earlier. But McNally 20th, 2 laps down, Eric Koeman 7 laps down, Rizzo 7 laps down, Lee Deemer, when does he ever have a good race? 8 laps down in 23rd after starting on the second row of the grid, 8 laps down for Adam Delmont, 8 laps down as well Dave Hampson, and Martin Waltham 9 laps down in 26th position. Right then, could see we get any interviews for this final race of the season. But yes, second season of the BSR MX5. We've gone to some good tracks and yeah, a good season overall.
Yeah, good season, and I think this format is producing some great racing here. The car is very approachable to these guys, and you can really do some very close quarter racing. Maybe even more so than in the Kia, which seems to be a little bit loose on the back end. And while we see some bumping here, it's not as fragile and easy to just spin around. Although I think some drivers might disagree with that one particular corner here.
Well, you're right about the car getting hit at the rear. I had that happen to me quite a few times at Imola, and even though it is front wheel drive, it is pretty hard to save it. But yeah, yeah, good final race of the season, and we have got the champion ready to talk to us, so we might as well drag him up. And yeah, Ash Beard, from what it looks like from our calculations, another BSR Mazda MX-5 title.
Oh, that was tense. That was worse than last season, I tell you that now. I'm really devastated for Snelly, to be honest, because that could have, well, it should have really gone down to that last race more closely.
Oh yeah,
I'm devastated for him, bless him.
Oh yeah, that first race, it wasn't looking to be going your way. You were 16 points behind going into that second race, and it looked like that it could have possibly been slipping away.
Yeah, I've got to admit, the racing gods were on me today. I was so lucky with that, so lucky.
Got some friends to help with Stelian Chapelowski's internet or something.
Yeah, well, I've either paid for a pint for someone, whoever his connections is.
But yeah, the third and final race, that first lap, I wouldn't have liked to have been in your situation there with cars literally flying off left, right and centre.
I was going to plan to just stay behind at the start. I thought, I'm not going to get involved, and then all of a sudden it just got involved, and it was like, oh, not good. But everyone was going left, right and centre. It was like, please don't come back onto the track.
And then even after you got past that, there were still a few moments that would have given you a little bit of cause for concern. There were a few off tracks where you were able to keep hold of the car.
Yeah, turn 1 was the worst. Oh, I came out the first corner. I just had no front end. It was weird. I just turned in, nothing was there. And I got onto the grass, and Rob in front of me was going, hold it, hold it, hold it, don't spin. I thought, oh, thank God for that.
Well, next season, do we know if there's going to be another season of the BSR Mazda MX-5 Cup?
I haven't got a clue. I think it's all down to BSR. We're running the admin side of it, like updating the tables, making sure the Facebook stuff's all sorted for the week before. But I haven't got a clue if BSR are going to continue it. I hope they do, because I mean, the free race format seems to spice it up a lot.
You've been running a bit of the Rickmatech Sports Car Series. Can we expect to see you there tomorrow night?
Oh, definitely. Bathurst. You've got to be there for Bathurst. It's fucking off.
Brilliant. But yeah, well done on the title. Do you want to send a quick shout out to anybody?
Well, I'd just like to thank Madhouse. I'd like to thank Foxfoot as well for the sponsoring. I mean, without them, they paid for basically the entry fees into the season, so without them, we were pretty much, it was either we were going to have to fund it ourselves or find another solution. But thanks for them. Thanks for the team as well. They've worked really well this season. In that last race, we were planning it really, but it didn't really come to it. I just like to thank everyone. I thank even you lot, because without you lot, we don't get the coverage that you deserve, and thanks for that.
No problem, yeah. Well then, yeah, Ashbeard, you managed to retain the title, 2-time BSR Mazda MX-5 champion, and yeah, there's another season. I'm sure we'll be hoping to see you to defend it once more.
Definitely, got to be there to win it.
Pretty well. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us, and yeah, well done again on the title.
Thank you very much.
Ashbeard there, and yeah, if it wasn't for some dodgy internet, Sam, a final race of the season will have definitely been much closer than it was.
Yeah, it's a shame that it ended up that way, but I mean that just happens. And maybe next season, who knows what happens. It's going to be another exciting season if they decide to run it again. We don't have a confirmation as of yet, but as soon as we can let you know, just stay tuned to our YouTube page and Facebook, and I think Twitter as well.
Well then, that pretty much rounds up all the action from here at Road Atlanta. Tomorrow is the final race meeting of the season in the iRacing Porsche Cup. I believe that might be the final race of the Porsche Cup on Apex Racing TV as well. So yeah, tune in for that one at 8:45 British Summer Time. Plus the Ritmatech Sports Car Series returns Monday. They were on a break last week, so they should be returning then. And we do not have many more broadcasts this coming week because, of course, it is the new build being released on iRacing. So yeah, that will probably be the last broadcast through till about probably maybe Club Sunday again when Club 73 is back. So a bit of a break here on Apex Racing TV. My thanks to Sam for being with me this season on the cameras and in the commentary box, and thanks to anyone else that shared it with me. I think Andrew Woodhouse has been there on a few occasions. Dave Christie might have started the season out with us in the commentary box as well. Many others along the way. I think Alex Simpson may even stepped in briefly to help in the BSR MX5. And what a season it's been. Ashbeard makes it 2 in the British Sim Racers Mazda MX5 Cup. From all of us here at Road Atlanta and from Apex Racing TV, it's a goodbye to you all.